All right. So, welcome back everyone to the Beardstone Perfect World post-production mod pack with a couple of edits by me. A little bit has changed, as you can see. There's a little bit of extra stuff around. Let's do a little tour here. So basically, I put a roof on my enchanting area, just a pretty much standard deep slate brick slab roof, basically. With some jungle shafts to act as kind of like pillars for it on the edges. Didn't want to really do anything fancy for this one. This one I experimented a little bit more. This is our mushroom area here. So that's what this is. This is our mushroom area. So basically these are granite railing granite walls, some polished granite stairs. The roof here is a little bit different. These are actually copycat slabs stacked on top of each other. One has polished granite. The other has small brick slabs. Deep slate is basically what those are. So, yeah. Let me go put up my mushrooms here real quick. Been trying to remember to do them because I haven't been doing them a lot lately. So there are those. Everything else is over here is pretty much normal. I put this railing granite wall around. I really like the look of this. I've got these granite grass topped walls. I've got two of them next to each other, and then a granite railing gate here. I spaced out some lanterns on top as a thing. I encased everything here. I'm going to have to change this when I want to expand this. I was thinking about putting this whole section right here as netherwart, but I'm going to have to move all of this over at least 2 so I can do it. I don't have to move the gantry shaft or anything. I just have to move my storage and maybe the redstone controls. I'm not sure. They may be able to stay here, but I'm definitely going to have to move my storage over, which I'm not sure how it's going to work. I might move it all up here up front to this little front section because I think I got enough room right there for it. But I've also got the rice field filled out. So it's this is full of rice now, like we was wanting. And then over here, this building is something I just recently built. It is the villager area for traders. I was able to get enough iron and glass and stuff to get the traders in here. No longer need that. So every trader is in here now, at least one of every trader. There's 3 librarians. So I can do trades and everything. I haven't set anybody except for the normal people. The 3rd librarian has Fortune 2 on it. That's why I got a 3rd one. I was able to get this pickaxe I've been holding on to forever to enchant when I got to level 30. It said it was going to give me Fortune 2. So I said, cool. But it also gave me Efficiency 4 on it. So I went and bought a Mending and an Unbreaking 3 book and slapped on here. And this is now my main pickaxe, basically. So until I get an enchanting setup for Create up and going. This is basically... Also, that's the wrong piece of wood. Huh. I have no idea why that's like that. That isn't the wood that's supposed to be there. It's actually supposed to be just a stripped dark oak log. I guess I misput that one there when I was putting the others. What it's supposed to be. So basically, yeah, it's just stripped dark oak logs as an outline. I have these. These are stripped spruce logs, but used in the chipped tables to become reinforced stripped spruce logs. I like the look. I kind of wanted them to be protective, you know. This up here is carved stripped spruce logs. Not much different than normal, really. It does have a little bit of texture to it. This is all just small deep slate bricks here. It's not completely how I wanted it. I'm going to replace this whole bottom row here with more of these carved strip spruce logs. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. It's got all this fence stuff on the roof, you know, to make it look kind of cool, I think. These are just regular polished granite slabs. They're not copycats or anything. They're just set here on top. And then up here on the top is a small netherrack brick slab, which you just make from small netherrack. Well, you just make from netherrack, really. You don't have to make it from anything else. You ain't got to smelt a netherrack or anything like that. It just, you can get that. Yeah, how you get all of that stuff is this little setup right here, a mechanical saw. I've got a filter on it, which when I want to do something like, say I want those granite walls, when I want those, well, it's not called that. It's called rail. Which one is it? This one. So when I want this one, I could just drag it over and put it off in there to make it. And I just have a barrel up here that I put the stuff that it's going to come from into, got a chute onto it that shoots it down onto the saw, and then it goes onto a depot, goes into this barrel here, my end product. Also, that's not supposed to be that. Can fix that in just a second. Got some down here. The reason why I made that villager thing is because I was getting tired of listening to them, basically. So I need to click this, do that, that, and then I wanted one of those as the block underneath that barrel. I'm kind of leaning towards like dark tones, red tones, really. While I do have some oak around and everything, I'm kind of really liking the dark and red tones stuff. Really. So that's kind of what I'm leaning towards. These dark oak stuff, the spruce wood, the deep slates, and if I do have oak planks, it's not going to be regular oak. It's going to be something else. The light stuff I do have is like flooring. I do like the light in the flooring, and these window glasses that I put in the chipped deal came out. I chose the orc bordered glass as a little bit of different texture for things. This is all clear leaded glass panes on this whole section stuff of here. The reason why I chose to put the villagers like this is because I didn't want a connected texture to that glass right there. So that's why they're up in the air. The reason why this guy is in the middle is because he's the main way I get emeralds, really. Did I choose this? Yes, I did. Okay. Let's go put this up. That off in there. I need to go put up the incubator because I'm not going to need that for a while, if at all, again. So we're not going to be making the infinite lava right now. I've got another project I want to do. I want to get an experience farm going so I can get enchanted diamond armor, at least. I was you remember me going around. I told you about me going around in the cave down there, where we did that first tunnel boring, and I told you about me slipping and falling to the ground with it because I put the block wrong. Well, I went down there to basically farm up some XP, and almost died many times, even with this pasta with meatballs food. That's why I started making the noodle soup food, because comfort gives you regeneration, a little bit of regeneration. And I lost like I had no helmet, I had no boots, my pants were almost dead at the time. So yeah, I kind of really needed, I really need to get diamond armor going because it's getting really tough with farming the XP like that. So yeah, I got that to do. Also, we got a little bit of mining to do in this episode as well, because I did a tunnel bore down on the deep slate level. Y level minus 53. The Y level you go to get like redstone, diamonds, stuff like that. So I got that down here. I never did get my door I was wanting to down here. I was going to put a door in this doorway and I never did. But yeah, so I got some diamonds I left. I noticed I had 30 levels, so I just left things down here. My backpack is picking them up, so 2 of them for 4. Not the greatest thing in the world. Okay. I was hoping there would be another, like, single one somewhere in here. Okay, there's another 2. It's just a little bit deeper in there than it usually is. I'm not going to say no to any deep slate. I am using a lot of it for building purposes, so definitely want that. And definitely need redstone. Take some zinc as well. I have used a pretty good bit of zinc. It's all that falling gravel, so I decided to be careful. And I left this section right here open because I noticed there was more things out here. Also, I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to take off my torches because I need to definitely heal up my shovel, like, badly. I noticed there was more, like I said, I noticed there was more stuff back here, so... Hmm. There it goes. Well, unfortunately, there ain't really anything else, so just going to close this section off here. A little bit helps here. This shovel is almost dead. Unfortunately, I think I done mined out the rest of it before I noticed I had like level 30. By level 30, so for enchanting purposes. Okay. And this is where I stopped, like right here. Yeah, I didn't get much healing up on it, but I also didn't do it all of it, but still doubt it would have helped any. But I'm going to be doing more tunnels as we go so I can mine up the diamonds and stuff. I know eventually I'll need to get a ideal get some more. I did run into lava, but it didn't reach me, so I still don't know if I'm protected while I'm setting on that thing or not. I don't think I am. I think you actually have to physically build a wall around you to protect you from stuff like that. So where if as you go along, the players put down blocks as well, like it does for the bridge for me. I've also like updated like the deep slate and the cobblestone drawers and the redstone. I haven't really done much on the coal. I have this big old stick drawer just for trades, really. So I got some stuff. $37 diamonds, not bad. 36 actually, because I like leaving one in here. Personally, it's just a personal thing I like doing. Do all that. And there we go. So we have 55 diamonds. We should be able to get a full armor set out of that. But we need to make our XP farm first. This is going to be a multi-episode thing. There's no way it can't not be. because I'm going to have to build like another 2 of those just to get the stress units I need to make this. And also, I don't know why I went in there to jump off the seeds in these wheat, but yeah. The wheat came from my cow area in the seeds. I did a harvest over there a little bit ago. But yeah, we need to make another 2 of these. But the thing of it is I'm not going to build this here. We're going to go like somewhere over there is a sand island, and I'm pretty much going to build them over there. And we're going to, our main goal, what we need all this power for, is we're going to be making a mob farm, basically. And I'm not talking about a vanilla mine farm. We're going to be making a Silverfish Create mine farm that has been built by, their name is SnowGO. So that is what we're going to be doing over the course of probably the next 3 episodes. Hopefully it's 2, but it might be 3. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to flatten this down to sea level. It's kind of why I'm hoping to heal up my shovel. And I'm going to flatten this down to sea level, and we're going to make this bigger so we can fit all this on here. We need to fit 2 windmills, and we need to fit 2 what do you call it? Not 2, but 1 mob farm, which isn't that big. The mob farm is actually pretty small. It just needs 8,740 stress units at 256 RPMs. So, yeah, we kind of need some stuff. And I might also need to go and grab some sand from the sand pit to even complete that over there, because we're going to have to like level out in the water as well and stuff like that. So yeah, so we're going to need to build 2 of these, because this thing is, how much is it? We need to go and check on the bearing. That's what we need to look at. Oh, we need a lot more than I thought. This thing is only 2560. I'm going to need multiple of these. I thought this thing was 5,000 something. I think 5,000 is the max I can get on one of these. I'm going to have to think about that then. The way to get this the most easiest, these trace units, so I don't have to build like 4 of these, because it would take 4 of them. Let me check real quick, because I can make this no problem, these sizes. It's just harvesting the wool, basically, is all it is, really, for this thing. Because I can just build up a log pillar, get a windmill bearing, put 2 logs on the end, have these spruce trap doors come off, and then build these things. And the most expensive part of this is going to be the wool, which I have a wool farm, so I could do this no problem. But let me check the numbers real quick, because I think we might need actually 5 of these if we build this exact size. So it is how much is it? 2560. So 2560 times 4 equals, okay, that's 10,240. So that's enough. 2560 times 3 is 7,680. So that's not enough. We would have to build 4. Okay. The other route I can go is I can go a steam engine. And the steam engine would be based on a SnowGO as well, steam engine. It would be, what is their, let me see here. It is 32,500 SU for a self-sustaining steam engine, I think. I haven't finished watching that video. Okay. We might be doing that instead. It just depends on what it costs for everything. I know we're going to need lava, so it's not going to be self-sustaining forever. It's not possible until we get lava in it. Unless they figured out how to make free charcoal fit into it. Because you can get free charcoal in this and Create. It's part of the process of making a diamond making machine. You just stop before you get to diamonds. You just make charcoal and coal. So there, we can do that. We would need to probably make another... Ooh, we could probably make another tree farm of oaks. I think that gives me the most wood told together. Another full-size tree farm like this would probably be enough coal to run 6 blaze burners. Maybe 9. We would also need to make some mechanical arms to feed the blaze burners, I think. I'll have to do some thinking on that. Okay. So, I'm going to cut here, and when we come back, I'll have made a decision on what we're going to do. Because I haven't decided yet. Because there's 2 ways that we can go. We could go coal, we could go lava, we could ignore the steam engine completely and just build the 4 windmills. Because like I said, I just need to make 4 windmill bearings and then make those. I could also look up what it would take to make a max one of those, so I would only need to make 2 of them. As well, I'm gonna need to do some more research. I thought I knew what I was going to need to do, but apparently not. If I was only going to need to make 2 of those exact windmills, I could do it real easy, but since I need to make up to 4 of them, or find out what I need to do to make a max one, that's going to make up my decision of if we're going to go steam engine or if we're going to go windmill. I'll let you know when I get back. All right. So I think I have everything what I need for this. I've gone over his checklist. Like I said, I'm going to be doing SnowGO's Silverfish farm here. I got myself a project bag that I can use for projects now. And I have all the sand in here and this dirt in case I need to, fill things. But I've kind of already taken care of a lot of things over there. I've got the windmill cells to make at least 1 windmill at full power. The only thing I don't have that we may come back over here to get is another rotational speed control. I think we're going to need that. But I have everything else in here is stuff he says you need in his list. So, like I said, I've already been doing some work. I've been to the Nether twice, getting things, repairing my shovel. I needed to do it at least twice to flatten this out, and it's all flat here. It's mainly sandstone. There was a bunch of sandstone here as well as sand buried down up in here, and I mainly just put sandstone. The sandstone I dug up back off in here. So that's what it's mainly over here. So let us see what we can do here. So we got a projects bag. So we're going to set this up right here. And I'm going to set this like right there. All right. So let's see what we need to do. Okay, so the first thing we're going to need to do is we're going to need to put down our belt. That's the front of the machine here. So let's do, where do we want to set up? Let's do it like right here. Let's do a 4-wide belt. You don't really need it. The thing is too wide, but I'm going to set up a 4-wide in case I need it for something. So that's the main thing we need. That's our first part. Okay. So he's already changed it. Yeah, I know. They do that. So we need a gearbox, and then a deployer facing up, like so. And then we get another gearbox, like there. And then we need a belt. That's just this long. Then we do a chain case drive. And this is where it's iffy. He says if it's going the wrong way, you put a shaft. If it's not, instead of the gearbox. Okay, and then we do another chain case drive here, and then we have our encased fan. Encased fan here. Here we go, facing that way. And then cogwheels facing there. All right, so this is the beginning setup apparently. Right here, this thing here. So give me just a second. Okay. So the next funny thing is we need my brass funnels. Just going to take things up here. And we need a brass funnel going that way. Nope, that way. And then that needs to be set to this. And don't accidentally put that down because we'll never get it back. And then we sleep because it's getting to nighttime. Then we need hoppers into the deployer. And there we go. Okay, so now we're not going to use this yet, but I'm going to use this as a space to put the cogwheel on, and then I'll pick it back up and we put that down later. Okay. Okay, now we stack the encased chain drives up 4 high, and then we do our cogs here. Nope. Okay. Okay. next thing we need is our basin and our brass funnel off of it. It goes on this encased chain drive right here, and we need a brass funnel on it set to exactly 64. Okay, so the next thing is we're going to need one of our chutes and then a chain case drive. So we go empty space on top of the deployer. Yeah, on top of the deployer is the chute. Nope, that's not correct at all. It's empty space and then an encased chain drive pointing up. All right, so next is another chain case drive here, building off of that. So going the same way. And then, yep. He really threw off the count of the gearboxes I found. I'm having to make gearboxes. Like, he seriously threw off the amount of gearboxes you need. So, I'm going to need all these shafts. I'm going to probably need some andesite alloy to make more shafts. And then I need to go into my other bag. Do this. Then I need some planks. And then we need at least 2 more gearboxes, and we probably might need more. So very weird. Okay, so this is cogwheel, cogwheel, cogwheel. More andesite casings. So it's gearbox, gearbox. Wrench those to be verticals. Okay. Okay, and then a deployer facing up. There we go. Okay. Okay, the next thing is the hopper here going in, and then a depot on top of that funnel. And then another brass funnel going in. Oh. Okay. Okay, we need to be careful. That was almost bad. Okay, let's see. Let's put those almost back up in there. Okay. So what I was saying was we need to be careful because we need to place another filter here on this deployer. And let's place that back off in here. Okay. And then we need to set this exactly 64. Okay. All right. Okay, I just had to come back from base because I didn't know we needed a regular stone as well. And that regular stone goes here. Okay. Okay, so regular stone filter here. Infested stone filter here on the deployer. And this one is just here for... there's some mods that changes Silverfish to, like, they drop extra stuff, and this is to just clean it out so it doesn't get clogged up in the system. I don't know if we have a mod like that, so that's why I've got that filter there. So I know I need to, so I can watch that. Okay, so mechanical drills. Need one right here. And then encased chain drives on right here on the filter. There we go. Another one there. And I think it's another drill. Yep. Another drill right there. Okay. Okay. So the next thing is to get 2 deployers in. 2 deployers in right here. Okay, facing that way. Yep. Okay. All of a sudden, we don't need that. So, need a encased chain drive here and here. And then we need a shaft here into the other encased fan. And then the and then the soul campfire here. That. And then our barrel goes on top of the hopper. So. Okay. Okay. That one there. Okay, so that's decoration. And then we have this block here that needs to be placed. Okay. Actually, not that one, apparently. Okay. All right. So the next thing is to get, where's our, there they are over here. Okay. So we need our encased chain drive here and here. And then we need shafts here and here. And then we need our last drill here. like that over the barrel. Okay. Okay. Our deployer, our last deployer, goes up here like this. Okay. There. So yeah, this is he remembered that this is a mistake there. So we need Enchain case drive here. And now we need one more. Which I don't think I made another one. No, I didn't. So let's see if we can make one over here or if I need to go back for it. So to make an encased chain drive, zinc or iron nuggets with andesite. Casings, which are in my inventory. Okay, then that's our case chain drive. That goes here. And then the drill goes here over that. Okay. Yeah. Had to run back to get some more framed glass. Oh. Coverings, he says. Got 10 of them. So let's see. We need some over the basin side where the drill is. No. No. And one. Okay, one over the hopper where the drill is here or the other side. Not this one here. Hmm. Shift right click the chutes to get the items back out. Cover it like that. Don't let it down off in there. That might block something, I think. Okay, encased fan area right here. Okay. I can do something. Make another one. Okay. Let me make sure I'm putting this in the right spot. Yeah, right there above the basin is cobblestone that I have. Waterlog that. Let me go grab a bucket of lava. Should go right there, I think. No. Not yet. Probably need that. I probably will need that. I'm gonna need another framed glass trapdoor. That right here, which means I need to place this sand right there. That and lava right there. Okay. Probably need one more lava deal, I think. Yeah. One more lava bucket. And it goes where that encased fan is, like I said a second ago. Goes right there. Okay, so mechanical arm time. This is going to take me a second because I've never used it before. Okay, so how does this work? Right click, assign them as targets, so the blue. Right click again to toggle between input and output. Okay. Left click to remove. Okay. So we're going to be right clicking both chutes. So we're right clicking this chute and we're right clicking this chute. And we're right clicking this deployer. And we right click from this deployer and we do right click outputs here. Okay. So, but that's the mechanical arm done. So we set this right here. And then we grab our wrench and these guys set to attack mode, like so. Ah, okay. So that's what that is. I didn't know for sure what that was. Let me head back to base and I'll be right back. I need a smooth stone. Okay, so what you need a smooth stone for is this one right here. It's not supposed to be set to the infested stone. It's supposed to be set to smooth stone. Otherwise, it'll spit out cobble if you don't set a filter for it, he says. Okay, the only thing left to do is to run it. I can't tell on rotation until we run it, so yeah. But we can't run it until we get the thing going. But this is supposed to be it. It's just we don't know if we're on the right rotational gears or not. The belt actually needs to become towards us, so the cobblestone will smelt into stone. And then it should come up to here, get to haunted to turn into infested stone. And then that'll turn it, that'll go into here where it gets killed in this little box area right here. This should be it, I think. I'm going to grab another framed frame trap door. I also picked up some trap doors I had when I was over there as well. And I'm going to put it here on this belt. Okay, the only thing we need to do is we need to get rotational force to it to test it out, which means we need to make that windmill. So we need this, we need these. Do it over here. Then I need a block. Have a plank. There. Yeah. So one, that's the wrong way. Get it back to daytime before we get invaded. Hey, this should actually work. Okay. Now we just need to do all the way up with these things. All of them. Because that's the max windmill thing is 128. So 2 stacks. Now we need to go double the height. I'm just doing this to make it easier. You can build it actually as a windmill. But I'm just going to do this because it's a whole lot easier and it actually accepts it as a thing. I just want to see if this will work. I might pretty it up later. I don't know. We fall. We'll be fine. We have a flight. Wait, really? That's it? Just that? I thought it would go around again all the way one more time. Yep. So we got a strong breeze, which is assemble windmill of maximum strength. Okay, cool. All right, so now I need to get rotational force out of this. Means I need to get a gearbox. Gearbox into some shafts, and I need to make at least one more gearbox. So I'm gonna need that. I'll need shafts. So I need another vertical gearbox. This means I need another andesite casing. Hmm. Actually, I know what to do. There we go. That's what I want right there. What we're going to do... Dude, what are you doing over here? Build moss blocks, lily pad, some rice, some blue dye, acacia sapling, oxygen. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over to our place and we're going to get us a rotational speed device. And we're going to put that here, and that... I don't think we'll be able to put it at 256 because that's too low. We would need 8,700 total to get it up to 256, I think. So I think I'm just going to go over here, make a regular one, make a rotational speed device, and then we're going to hook it up and we'll try and get it as close as we can to 256. But we're not going to be able to get it to 256, which would be the full speed that you could get. So, to get a rotational speed device, speed controller, we're going to need another... Okay. Okay. All right. I can do that. So, I have the stuff to make it. Twelve of those smashed. Three of those. 3 depots. Hogs. Hogs. Nuggets. Okay, so... Three more of these. Do one more because I'll need it for the rotational speed device itself. And then 2 of those. It's the andesite casings, right? Yeah, andesite casings. So 3 of those. Nope, that's not going there. That goes there. That goes there. There we go. Okay, and then I need tubes. So I need 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to need to go grab some more redstone. That real quick before I forget. that. I can do that. Get my inventory clear without accidentally putting up the nuggets that I need. I need the paper. What's up in here? 3 of those. Deployers. Finish? Yeah. Oh, it's not finished yet. It's close though. It's got 22 left. Cool. I wanted a bunch of glass. That's one thing I've been running really low on is glass. See if we can get it the first time again. I've done this one more time to make something. I needed it for the mechanical arm, right? And it completed correctly the first time. This will be my third time doing this. So I'm getting closer and closer to that number of not working, of not being able to get one complete. Okay, it became 3 for 3. I'm okay. So 3 for 3. We were needing the rotational speed controller, so I need a brass casing. Let's go to bed to make it daytime because it's going to be flooded over there if we don't. And also, if you're wondering why I'm building it over here, I do want it away from my place because of lag. But I also want it over here because if I make a mistake, I don't want silverfish flooding my house. So yeah. So, rotational speed controller. Dude, you're asking for it, man. You're asking for it. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Okay. So it didn't work out like I thought. I need it facing this way. No, I don't need it facing this way. Need it facing this way, but I need the other thing going the other way. So yeah, that's not helpful whatsoever. So how would I go about fixing my issue here? See, the thing I would have to do is I would have to build my windmill bearing up one, and that would make it work. But I don't want to do that. Stay out of the way. You're way too much in the way, man. Okay. Why can I not place this? It just will not place. Does it not turn? There. Shit. I need it to place like this. There. That's what I needed. Okay, that is incorrect. So, how do I fix the belt going backwards? That's got to go that way. So, how do I... So, I guess I do this here. That's going the correct way. Oh, I can get it to 256. Oh, it won't do it until there's a stack. Okay. So that's just going to take it until it gets a stack, and then it'll be ready. It won't output until it's a stack. There it goes. So that's being turned into stone. And then it'll go up here onto this depot and get haunted into infested stone. There we go. Now it's getting haunted into infested stone. And that's going to go into the chest and drop down into this chute here, which is going to push it up, deploy it up here. Which this is not attacking for some reason. Okay. So, issue. This up here isn't connected for some reason. So what am I missing to connect this here? So what am I missing to make these encased chain drives work? I think it's... Does this need to be flipped? No. Yes. But... Okay. I understand... Does that make everything work? When I place this back, does that make all of this work? Yes. Okay, I broke it because something. I'm not sure what. But this deployer is now broken. Ah, okay. Next thing that's broken is this cog. So how do I get this cog working? Ah, okay. I kind of understand what's going on here. That needs to be there. And this, encased chain drive here. Is that what I'm missing? I think that's what I'm missing right there. I think that's what I'm missing right there, is an encased chain drive. No, that didn't work. I thought that's what I needed to transfer stuff down, but this should be doing it right here. So I'm missing something in this section. Is that what I was missing? Is that what they're supposed to be? No, that's not what I'm missing. So I missed something right here. That's supposed to be spinning this thing. Okay, that overstressed it. Okay, I was wondering why it was working. Let's go down to 246. We'll just decrease it by 10 every time. Okay, yeah, that didn't work out so well. Do this here. The silverfish counts as a monster. That's why. That's why that didn't work. I was wondering why we were being able to run at full speed. It's because we didn't have everything. So try 236. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Now we need to collect things here. And also, for some reason, our sword came out here on this one. For some reason, our swords come out. I don't know why. Maybe it goes too fast, and that's why he has it as bare hands. Because he does have it as bare hands. It may not. It may go too fast for it. Okay. let me put this stuff up here. And to fix this, what I'm going to need to do is okay. So we're just going to get a brass funnel, which I don't know. I think we can make here. I think, no, that I need to put that up one block. Yeah. So that's what it is. The swords go too quickly. Or it gets replaced by the XP for some reason. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why it gets that. I don't know where the other sword went. It's like gone. Okay, I think I see a mistake in the system. So we're only running at half capacity because this is not supposed to be going. So if we look around, that deal is set to go into there. We don't want it to go into there. I actually want it to go we want this thing to go into this, because this one goes into the deployer on the bottom, which only affects affected stone without yeah, so we want to pick up this hopper, place it going into this deployer, which has got infested stone, put that back off in there, and now that's got infested stone in it, and that should make it work at double capacity. Yeah, and now this one up here is working. That's what we were having a problem with. That's what I was trying to figure out. But there we go. Nuggets of experience. We're at 11. If we take a stack and eat it, we're at 16. We could turn this into liquid experience and have it just shower over us if we wish to. But nuggets is fine with me. And also, I don't need it faster than this, really. I really do not need it faster than this at all. But we have an XP farm now. And we do have an on-off switch. We could actually just put in a clutch right here. I think I will. Do I have one in my bag? So we got a gear shift. We got a clutch. Clutches stop everything, right? And when powered redstone, it breaks the connection. So yeah, that's what I want. So I want my clutch that I have, and I want one of my red levers so I can do this. And if I just do that, everything stops. Cool. So I can just turn everything off doing that. I could probably do the same thing by just right-clicking on the bearing there. So I could probably get some copycat panels to put over this and a copycat trap door right here in case I need to access that. But this is working great. Barring a few technical difficulties. So one thing I had to do is I had to change this into 2 vertical gearboxes. I think I placed them down as regular gearboxes when they need to be vertical because they're supposed to transfer from the encased chain drives down into at least this cog, and that spins the mechanical arm. And then the other thing that I don't think he even addressed is that setting it up like that makes it where this top one doesn't work. He's got the hopper going the wrong way. The hopper on top needs to go into this deployer here, and that bottom one goes into the deployer over there, and that makes both of them go. Okay. Now, one thing I'm going to do between this episode and the next, I know there's a way to do it. I just do not remember how to do it since I haven't played with redstone in so long. There's a way to read the contents of this barrel and output a signal based on that. So so it'll turn off when it's full, which is what I want, because I kind of don't want to have to come over here and, you know, turn it off all the time, but if I have to, I will. But hey, Experience Farm is here, which means next episode we're going to be getting the diamond armor, and we're going to be enchanting the crap out of it. Is what we're going to do. Oh, got it done. Went a lot better than I thought. And all the infested, we didn't accidentally break our infested stone that we needed or anything like that. Yeah, we actually did really, really good. Great. Going to open up my project bags and get all of that out of here. That can go there. This stone can go here. That smooth stone can go in there. This, I don't know what I'm going to do with. Framed glass can go up in here. Sand can go there. Which, oh, my sand's full. Okay, gotta fix that. That's why I smelted all that sand earlier, is because I actually couldn't fit it. My wool goes off in here, but I don't have room for that right now. So I guess we're just going to throw it in there for now. The windmill bearing actually goes into the create box. And I need to take this out, that out. Looking at other things I don't want off in here. I think that's all it was that stuff. Oh, there's my other sword that I found, that I made. I put it off in there, I guess. Okay, that and that. Okay, I need to make a upgrade. While the iron here is low, I have like 200 something outside, so I'm fine on iron. I just haven't brought any inside for me. So I need 2 iron, like this and this, one of these, and sticks, this, and do that, and that's all of it out of my inventory. And then achievement get mob farm. There it goes. So I guess you could say achievement get for our farm, achievement get for our mob farm. I guess I should add the 3 woods for our tree farms, and I guess I should also add an iron ingot for our farm over there. That's would be all of our farms. Yeah, sure. Why not? Probably a better indicator here would be an XP cube, but I kind of like having that there. So there's a couple of other things we can do now. Like I said, next episode is I'm definitely going to be getting my diamond armor, starting trying to get it enchanted with at least protection 4 on it. couple of spots, probably at least 2 of them with fire protection for. I'm just going to throw that off in there. Like 2 of them with fire protection for aqua affinity on my helmet, maybe, or depth strider on my boots, feather falling on my boots, things like that. I do not remember all the enchants off the top of my head. I'm gonna have to figure that out. Then eventually, it's going to be a couple of episodes before I think about doing it. But eventually we'll want to come over here and continue on working with this and put in the rest of the enchantment industry over here. So we can start getting so we can start using this XP farm to, you know, enchant our gear better. We can get up to level 60 enchants where normally in base Minecraft you can only get level 30. Level 60 isn't really a big thing though, because there's only 2 enchantments that requires that enchantments adds, create enchantment adds, and that's Swift Sneak from the Ancient City and Mending. If you get those 2, you can do that. But you need, for level 60 though, you need what is known as hyper experience, which I want to say is this. No, that makes the cube, the block. And then the block, experience lantern. Enchanting template. Yeah, you need that for things. I thought you turned this into... I thought you turned this into hyper experience. Is that not what it's called? Yeah, nugget of super experience. Okay, it's called super experience now. Okay. Okay, nuggets can be ground down into it. Okay, you get a heap of experience there. Block of experience is that there. Yeah, I'm going to have to look this up. I know there's a way to get the super experience. I'm thinking it needs to be superheated. Yeah, okay. That's the cake of enchanting. Yeah, because when you do, it will cause lightning strikes. Then a curse may appear. Pressing blocks. Okay. So pressing blocks. And then we have the Blaze Forger as an anvil. No repair cost. Yeah, you give you give the item then the other way around. Yep. Already got that much. Probably put a drawer over here with upgrades and voids in between episodes. Probably is what I'll do. I'm really happy with how this turned out. And like I said, this is there will be a link to the description of this video by SnowGO. If I take a build from somebody, I put it in the description of all my videos. So just to let you know. So we'll have a we'll have a link to Gentle's crop farm as well during that episode. If you haven't seen it, there is a deal there for you to look at if you wish to see that build. So So I want to thank everybody for watching. We'll be back next time with more Beardstones Perfect World post-production mod pack. I'll see y'all later. Y'all have a nice time, whatever time it is in the outside world. Bye.